What's up everyone, my name is Nick and today I'm in the most beautiful city in Malaysia, in Kuching, and I've been living here for, as some of you might know, 12 years. I've been living in Malaysia for 12 years, absolutely, and I've been living here in the most beautiful state, yes, Sarawak. So I thought today would be a nice day to tell you all about my top 10 places to visit here in the largest state of Malaysia, Sarawak. Are you ready? I am. Let's go. So without any further ado, let's get this video started. This is Global Gibbon. Alright, first on the list of best places to visit here in this beautiful state of Sarawak, and that is of course the popular Bako National Park. This park is located about 45 minutes from the capital, Kuching, and you can get there by road, but then you'll have to take a boat because you cannot reach this park over land. No, you'll have to take a boat from Bako village all the way into the national park. You'll land on a beach and then you can explore this beautiful national park on foot with a guide or on your own. You can also stay at the national park. There's some accommodation there as well. And why should you go to this national park? Well, it's the wildlife. There are proboscis monkeys, there are macaques, there are silvered langurs, silver-leaf monkeys, there are snakes, wild boars, hornbills, so much to see. And if you're lucky, you might even see a crocodile. The nature is so amazing. There's all these different kinds of nature, from deeper forests to the beaches to mangroves, and absolutely wonderful. Definitely a place to visit. Oh yeah, fun fact for you. Did you know that Bako National Park is the first officially gazetted national park here in Sarawak? Now you know. Go visit Bako National Park. Hey, sorry to disturb you, but can you please click that like button? It really helps my channel a lot, and it only takes 1 second. Thank you. Alright, let's move on to number 2 on this list of best places to visit in Sarawak, which is the only UNESCO World Heritage Site here in the state, and that is Mulu National Park. Yes, absolutely wonderful national park. One of my favorites is located all the way in the north of Sarawak, and you can go here by road, by river, but that will take about a day and it's not cheap. So the best way to get to this national park is by plane. You can fly directly from either Kuching or another larger city here in Sarawak, Miri, and the flight is like an hour. So, Mulu National Park, absolutely beautiful, with some of the largest caves in the whole world. Yes, yeah, really, that's why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Besides that, the rivers are absolutely clean, the jungles are vast and beautiful and green, and trees are so tall. So it's not just the caves, it is so much more. And the people there, absolutely wonderful. They are so friendly. So put it on your bucket list, Mulu National Park. Right, so those were 2 national parks, but what about the cities? Are the cities nice here in Sarawak? Yes, absolutely. So there are 4 main cities here in Sarawak. We have Kuching, the capital, the city where I live. Then we have Sibu, Bintulu, and all the way up north we have Miri. Those are the 4 largest cities here in Sarawak, and they all are unique on their own. Kuching being the capital, it's a fairly large city with a lot to see, great museums. Then you have Sibu, which has, fun fact, the largest market in all of Malaysia. Yes, apparently they do. Then Bintulu is a more industrial town, but it's getting better and it's improving, and that's like a gateway into the deep interior of Sarawak. And then you have Miri all the way up in the north, which is a seaside city with very long beaches, and the nightlife is great there. And from there you can go to Nia National Park, you can go fly up to Mulu, and it's very close by Brunei if you ever want to visit Brunei. So the cities are absolutely worth visiting as well, and each being super unique on their own. Alright, as you might know, Sarawak is home to perhaps one of the most unique animals in the world, which is the orangutan. And yes, you can visit them at one of the nature reserves here in Sarawak. Come closer. Yes, come here. Right, so near Kuching, about an hour from Kuching, is the Semenggoh Orangutan Center, and you can go here in the morning or in the afternoon. There are 2 feeding times to go and see these orangutan still living in the wild, the semi-wild. It's a big nature reserve with a lot of forest, so these orangutan, they live up in the trees, and in the morning they will come down to the feeding platform to get a banana, get a coconut, and you can spot them there at the feeding platform. And then after that, once their bellies are full, they'll go back into the jungle. They're not in cages, so absolutely wonderful place to visit when you're here in Sarawak, the Semenggoh Orangutan Center. So, one of my best memories as a child was visiting an open-air museum in the Netherlands, in Arnhem, I remember. As a child, we used to go to this open-air museum quite frequently, and it's a big open space with houses, with forests, with nature, and you learn about cultures and history there. So, of course, Sarawak also has an open-air museum. It's also located about an hour from Kuching towards the Santubong Peninsula, and it sits at the foothills of this majestic Mount Santubong, so you've got great views of the mountain. It is near the sea, so the location is already amazing. And at this Sarawak Cultural Village, you can learn all about the different cultures, the different tribes that live here in Sarawak, and it's interactive, so you can, shoot a blowpipe, you can learn how to do local craft, and they've got shows. So if you want to go and see some traditional dances, the Sarawak Cultural Village is your place to visit. Alright, and recently I have updated my list of 10 best places to visit here in Sarawak, and that now includes the Borneo Cultures Museum. A few years ago, they decided to make a huge museum here in the city center of Kuching, and the government actually managed to do it. So this huge museum is called the Borneo Cultures Museum. It's got 5 stories. Another fun fact, it is the largest museum in all of Malaysia. You can literally spend hours walking around here in this beautiful museum and learn all about the different cultures of Sarawak, the history of Sarawak, the history of the people that live here in Sarawak. You can learn about the different types of forests, the different kinds of cooking, the different kinds of everything. The Borneo Cultures Museum is a wonderful place to go for young and old. My 2-year-old son loves it there as well. So definitely go and visit the Borneo Cultures Museum, located in the city center of Sarawak's capital, Kuching. Probably a lesser known destination is the Satang and Talang Island group. Islands, you might think, are they really that pretty? Well, one, they are nice islands with coral all around it, so you can go and do some snorkeling there. And on top of that, these are the nesting grounds of sea turtles. So during July, August, and around that time, these sea turtles will come up onto the shores of these islands, dig a hole in the sand, and lay their eggs. So if you're lucky and you're at one of these islands, you can actually see these sea turtles. Me, myself, yep, I've seen them. A few years ago, on my birthday, my wife took me on a trip to Satang Island, and we saw this huge sea turtle come on shore, lay their eggs. It was an absolutely wonderful experience. You can go for a day trip to Satang Island, do some snorkeling there, have some lunch on the island, or you can go for a conservation course on Talang Island and learn how to take care of these turtles, make sure they lay their eggs properly, make sure you conserve these eggs so they can hatch again. So there's all these fun things that you can do at these islands. Okay, I'm taking a little break because it's hot, as it always is here in Sarawak and in Malaysia in general. Another great reason to visit this beautiful state. Now, the next one on my list of top 10 things to do, or top 10 places to visit here in Sarawak, is Tanjung Datu National Park. Perhaps my favorite national park here in Sarawak. It is located all the way in the western tip of the state, on the border of Indonesia. And why is this national park so amazing? It's because it's unpolluted. There are no roads into this national park. There are no other ways to access this park except for coming in by boat. There are beautiful trails. The beaches are endless and clean because there's no pollution. There's no rivers coming out into the national park. So the beaches are clean. The sea is nice. You can go snorkeling. And you have my favorite animal in the whole world over there, the gibbon. Besides that, there are turtles also laying eggs on the beach, and you've got hornbills flying around. So definitely go and visit Tanjung Datu National Park. It's about 2 hours from Kuching to a town called Sematang, and then you take the boat in for about 20 minutes. So definitely visit it, Tanjung Datu National Park. Are we done yet? Are we done yet? No, not yet. Number 9 on this list of best places to visit during your trip to Sarawak here in Malaysia is, again, come closer, is the Sarawak Regatta. What is the Sarawak Regatta? Well, the Sarawak Regatta is held every year on the Sarawak River here in downtown Kuching. This is a festival where they are finding out who the best rowers are. The fastest boat wins. It's a regatta, it's a boat race. So every year it's celebrated here on the waterfront, and thousands of people will come by and just see who is the most powerful team in the whole state. And a week after is the Dragon Boat Race, which is an international race. And then you'll have dragon boats from all over the world coming down to Sarawak to find out who's the strongest and the most powerful dragon boat racer team in the world. So, place to visit, it's an event, yes, it's a place, downtown Kuching, the waterfront, where there are so many other events as well. Last but definitely not the least on my list of 10 best places to visit in Sarawak are the homestays and the longhouses. So if you love culture, if you love people, you should definitely visit one of the homestays here in Sarawak. And there are hundreds. You can visit the Gibbon in their longhouses in the Batangai region, or you can spend some time with the Bidayu in the Borneo Highlands, the Badawan region. Now, if you want to go deeper into the interior of Sarawak, you go to Bintulu. From Bintulu, you drive up to the Bako Hydro Lake, and there are homestays on little islands inside this lake. If you want to go even further and more deeper into Sarawak, you can fly to Baklalan or Barrio and spend time with the Kelabit, the Lun Bawang people in the highlands of Sarawak. Homestays everywhere. And why? Well, because Sarawak is the people. If you come to Sarawak, it's all about the people. Learn about the people, spend time with the people, and that is the best way to experience the most beautiful state in Malaysia. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I hope you learned something, and if you're planning your trip to Sarawak, I hope that I've given you some helpful tips. Now, if you're already from Sarawak, why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know which places you have visited on my list of 10 best places to visit here in Sarawak. Now, this is the end of the video, like I said, and if you want to help me, click that like button, leave a comment, why not? If you want to buy my merchandise, yes, I've just launched it on Shopee. You can buy it on Shopee. I'll leave a link in the description. Your help and support is much appreciated, but no pressure, you can do whatever you want. Alright, that's the end of the video. See you again next week. Bye-bye.